I think it's mainly just the fact that Epic technically did what I wanted them to do with this brand new update. Now, technically, not much else besides the new hero is new, except that there is some new stuff that we really should have already had in the game. Mainly the fact that you can build through the terrains now, so trap tunnels and stuff can be a lot more innovative and creative. And not to mention, it's a lot easier to build around objectives now. So a part of the stuff that I had in my previous video, literally, they fixed within this update, or the updates that are still coming out. And you know, one of the main things that I pointed out in almost all of my SaveTheWorld videos, which is what I was referring to in the beginning, if I can get it out, God, is the fact that we now have infinite tactical sprint. Technically, okay? Technically. Now, because in my last video, I was like, what is really stopping us from having infinite tactical sprint in SaveTheWorld? Because in my opinion, it was a mechanic that does not need to be balanced because you're just running. And compared to any other game modes in Fortnite, tactical sprint, yeah, you want to balance it. You don't want to have to be running that fast. And if you're doing builds or no builds, etc., etc., okay, that makes sense. But you're talking about SaveTheWorld is PvE. We don't need to, you know what I'm saying? We don't need all that. We don't need all that. We already got. They did technically add what I wanted them to add, which is something centered around tactical sprint, because it is technically a mechanic that's inside the world that don't have what it needs to be able to succeed inside the world, if you peep what I'm saying. And now it just feels like everything came into place because you're able to build through terrains. And I think that's one of the main reasons why infinite tactical sprint would have been fire, because you couldn't build through terrains. So it was some stuff that was just hard to get out of. Like, it's not natural for me to be able to get out of this tunnel this fast because I can't build. Like what the heck? But now, if I'm able to build through terrains, I'm able to get out of stuff a lot quicker. Technically, I don't really need infinite tactical sprint anymore. So what they did was they made it to where you can build through terrains, which allowed for them to be able to add more towards tactical sprinting as a mechanic. And what they did was they just made a hero centered around it. Now, when I first heard it, like when I first heard that the hero, like when I first heard that beat was coming out, I was like, man, nah. I said infinite tactical sprint. I didn't say I wanted a hero. I said infinite tactical sprint. But then I had to take the entire update into consideration. And I feel like either I'm thinking about it too seriously and I'm just making excuses for them. But realistically, no. I feel like they cooked. And even if that wasn't their intention, what I just talked about before, us being able to build through terrains, which allowed us to not need infinite tech, even if that was not their intention, to me it makes sense to not have infinite tactical sprint now, because you're able to build through terrains. And I feel like they really just listen to it, nigga. I ain't even gonna care. The fact that we have a hero that's centered around it, I feel like is really, really cool as a mechanic for tactical sprinting. And it's funny because the reason why my initial thoughts was like, bruh, why would they make it for a team perk? You could have probably made it for an item to give us more tactical sprint. You could have made it for something. You could have just made our tactical sprint just naturally longer. At the same time, I feel like the hero that we got is pretty cool, especially with the commander perk. You could probably cook something in the lower zones. I probably might even make a loadout centered around it and do my Vbucks missions with it. Like, I could probably cook with it, like, if I'm really being honest. And you can never realistically go wrong with new heroes, except like if you're making new heroes centered around animals. Even then, I'm biased towards that because I just don't like animals in general. But I feel like it's even in animals now, I feel like they're a lot more tame. They don't. Maybe I'm weird because I feel like they haven't been attacking us as much as they used to. Unless I'm just like, I don't know. Maybe I haven't been playing enough like I used to. But anyways, now that I like took a step back and I like looked at the entire update as a whole, like I feel like they cooked with this one, and I low-key want to see what else they're gonna make in the future for heroes. Like I want me some cool ones. And then they updated some of the constructors and stuff. I haven't even talked about that. Like that was an update like I think a minute ago. Like it was some stuff that I haven't really talked about. Hi, Editing Hula here. Now they didn't just change constructors, they also changed some other heroes. I think I'll probably leave some screenshots of those changes. And then there was also, they also changed team perks, which one of them was very controversial, but me personally, I'm indifferent. Like it didn't really change my playstyle after I used it, so I am indifferent. Like when I first seen it, I was like, okay. And then when I started playing with it, I was like, honestly, I kind of like this better because I just be running around the whole match just looking for, like, trying to get thousands of coconuts, because coconuts is always in almost all of my builds if it don't got totally rocking out in it. So it's, well, yeah, if it don't got totally rocking out in it. So now that I only have to search for 8, it kind of made me feel better, like at just running coconuts in general. But now I kind of want to just start using healing pads because I got hella mats. So it really ain't even an inconvenience for me to just make like healing pads. But anyway, because in my opinion, constructors are the most meta in the game right now, especially being things that are centered around energy and buffing builds. So they realistically cooked with every single update that they dropped. It's just me, you know what I'm saying, being a head ass about anything that's put in the game. But anyways, that's pretty much it. I ain't gonna drag it out for too much longer. I just thought it was pretty cool. Like I said in all my updates, like, or anything that I said about SaveTheWorld, like for the previous couple of days, they've been cooking, I ain't gonna lie. Like the game's been in a really good spot. And then Beast had dropped a video just like a few days ago that said, bro, like this the best time to get into SaveTheWorld. I actually, like, I'm doubling down on that one as well. Like if you ain't playing SaveTheWorld right now, this is literally the best time to get into it, because you can get literally some of the best heroes in the game, like hands down, and you can get the best team perk in the game right now. Like if you just start playing now, like I don't know now, like $20 is crazy, especially for like people that already got it. But for people who ain't got it, $20 is definitely worth it.
Nickelodeon.